Yes, YouTube. Welcome back to another vlog. It is Sunday. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Did a bit of a lie-in this morning. Well, not really. Instead of getting up at 4:30, I got up at 5. And that's about as good as my lie-ins get. But what a treat I've got in store for you today, because I'm going to run you through a little full day of eating on a training day. Obviously, my calories differ to that of a rest day, not by much, only about 200 calories. Obviously, it's Sunday, it's leg day. I'm not going to film my workout today because I filmed my leg session last week. So if you haven't watched my last vlog, go and watch that, because it was the best one I've made yet. And hopefully this one's going to be even better. So I'm going to run you through my food. I'm going to go to Aldi today because, well, I've basically run out of food. I've just got what I need for my pre-workout meal, my meal one. Obviously, with training legs, I like to have a few meals in me before training, but that's just not going to happen today, as, like I've just said, I've got no food in. So yeah, first meal of the day is going to be 200 grams of chicken breast, cooked weight, 250 grams of white rice, raw weight, and 75 grams of veg, which today is in the form of some stir-fry veg I picked up from Tesco last night. What I do with this meal, as you'll see in a minute, obviously weigh it all out, stick it in a frying pan, like a few sprays of spray oil, fry it off, and it is effectively chicken fried rice. And in my opinion, it is better than what you get at the Chinese. I mean, it isn't, but it's better for you. So in my mind, that is better. I'm also going to have my first coffee of the day. Something I've been doing this week is, instead of waking up first thing in the morning at 4:30 and tanking 2 coffees before I do anything, which seems to just be the norm at the minute, I've been pushing it back to no less than 90 minutes upon waking, just to sort of experiment with how my energy levels go across the day. And so far, I'm seeing positive results from that. Another thing I've been doing is sacrificing some of my daily coffees. I mean, I don't know if I've ever spoke about this in YouTube videos before. I am a massive coffee drinker. I do drink a lot more than I care to admit. One good thing though, I have cut out energy drinks from 1-2 a day a few months back to, I've literally only had 2 sugar-free Red Bulls this week, and they were both on Monday because I was very tired. I'm starting my working week. But yeah, cutting out energy drinks, cutting back on coffee, and yeah, definitely seeing a good bit of progress with that so far. But yeah, it's yet to be determined. Obviously, I'm going to stick with it and just see how my energy levels increase as time goes on. I do have to apologise. My mind has not switched on yet. I mean, I've been awake for, 2.5 hours now. I woke up, did my fasted cardio, which is 20 minutes on the exercise bike. It's over in my living room. Done my workout log for today, just obviously wrote down all my exercises, the weights I plan to hit. I've done my weekly check-in with my coach, which I've just wrapped up. I've done my gratitude journal for the day, just writing about, I mean, every day I do it, I write down what I'm grateful for the day before, but then on a Sunday, I sort of have like a weekly overview of things that's happened that I'm grateful for, and any goals for the coming week, and just anything that's on my mind, any feelings that I feel like I need to get off my chest. I feel like if you write it down, you sort of get it out of you and onto paper. It's a very good thing for you mentally. I mean, it benefits me. And I do recommend anyone to give it a try if you are a sufferer of overthinking. But yeah, I've just wrapped up watching this week's episode of the Big Dog Cast, which is, if you follow me on Instagram, I post it every Sunday. It is my favourite podcast to watch on YouTube. Nave Styles, Jimmy Tonk and the Doctor, 3 of the funniest guys, and yeah, the podcast is just brilliant. So if you're into bodybuilding and you're not watching that, go and watch it, because episode 30 just came out, so you've got plenty to go back and view. But yeah, I'm going to start getting this meal ready, so I will come back to you in 1 minute. Not going to lie, that could have gone a little bit better. Obviously, I like batch cooked stuff, my chicken, usually my veg, my rice, just like for the next few days. Just pulled out my tub of rice, put it on the side, and somehow managed to just knock it straight into the sink that's full of soapy water. Luckily, the lid was on it properly and it was sealed tight, otherwise that would have really pissed me off and been a pretty crap start to the day, as it was my last portion of rice that was cooked. But yeah, what I like to do is obviously stick it all in a tub. It's all portioned out. And I'm not going to set it off just yet because my camera is on top of a microwave. But I like to ding it in the microwave for like 2.5 minutes before putting it in the pan. Because obviously all I'm wanting to do is warm this up, and I could do that in the microwave. But to make it taste nicer, I put it in the pan, fry it up a little bit, and it just adds a little bit of crispiness to the rice and the veg. And I don't know, yeah, it just brings a lot of flavour out. What I'd usually do is sprinkle smoked paprika over the top of it, but I ran out of that yesterday. So it is just going to be seasoned with good old salt and pepper. If anyone's watched any of my other full days of eating, I do have 6 to 8 grams of pink salt in my diet per day. And as this is my pre-workout meal, I will have 1.5 to 2 grams of pink salt in this meal. Do apologise if my voice is like, I don't know, a little bit raspy. I've woken up this morning and it's like I've not been coughing, but I feel a little bit like throaty, and I can hear it in my voice. I don't know if you can on the video, but it's starting to do my head in a little bit. So yeah, apologies for that. But yeah, I'm going to dig this in the microwave. I'm going to make my coffee, and then I will start frying this up. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. But yeah, you just want a few little sprays of 1 calorie spray. Do this without throwing it everywhere. Not a bad effort. But yeah, it takes 3 minutes in the microwave just to warm it through, and maybe like another 3 or 4 minutes in the frying pan. But I just want to give it a good little mix through. I will do this properly in a minute when I put the camera down, because I'm bad enough using 2 hands, never mind trying to do stuff one-handed. It's not a skill that I possess. But yeah, the coffee is made. Obviously, got to have a big old cup of coffee in the morning. Because, well, my brain doesn't function at the best of times, and if I had 0 caffeine, then it's just a recipe for disaster. I'm currently on, for the last 18 months, I've been on 5 meals a day. I'm going to do full macro breakdown at the end of the video. Once I get back from the gym, I'm going to go through my supplement stack as well, what I'm currently taking on a daily basis. Because I need to refill every Sunday. I refill my pill caddy for the week, so I'll go through what I take there, and obviously my other supplements like the protein, creatine, all that good stuff, and how much I take per day. I'm gonna cook this chicken and rice, and then I'll sit down and give you a little taste test. Although you won't be able to taste it, but I will, and I know it's going to taste very good. And there we have it. 200 grams of chicken, 250 rice, 75 grams of stir-fried veg. Obviously, no meal is complete without a little topping of sriracha mayo. Got my black coffee there, my water. Obviously, this is your reminder to stay hydrated. I'm going to get this meal in me. Obviously, have my coffee, chill out for about an hour. I've got a Cuba chilling video to watch. Obviously, as it's leg day, I'm going to watch a leg day video. A little bit of added motivation. Obviously, Cuba is the GOAT. He was my #1 watched person on YouTube in 2025 for good reason. He's probably one of the most informative and educational people on the platform, and I've learned a lot in my own bodybuilding journey from watching his videos. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that, eat this meal, get to the gym, and I will catch you back home for meal 2, which will be my post-workout meal, and it's a good one. So yeah, look forward to that. It's been a few hours, but finally home. Incredible leg session. Considering I was going into it after only 1 meal, absolutely smashed it. Didn't film any of it besides 1 set of leg press, which I will be posting to Instagram. So if you don't follow me on there, I will put my username down below. Go and drop us a follow if you want to. Post obviously a lot more often on there. I post daily on Instagram as opposed to once a week on YouTube. But yeah, did 451 kilos on the leg press for 7 reps. Back off 351. I'd have to check my logbook. I think that's right. There's a back off set for 10 barbell squats. Because the squat racks were both in use, so I did leg press first, whereas I usually do barbell squat first. So instead of going for 170 kilos again, I did 160, and I mean, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure I got 8 reps, but I will have to check my logbook on that one. And a back off set of 140 for 12. The rest of the session was just mint. But after the gym, went to my parents', had my post-workout meal there. As always, it's 125 grams of Cocoa Pops, 50 grams of Trained by JP whey. I'm just on vanilla flavour at the minute. A bit boring, but it does the job. And 100 grams of banana. But I am now back home. It's been about 2.5 hours since I had my post-workout meal, so I'm going to soon have meal free, which is just 2 eggs, 100 grams of chicken, which I'm going to actually have to cook off first because I've got none prepped up in the fridge, 100 grams of sourdough bread, and I sort of make like a chicken omelette with that, a little bit of chili jam on the sourdough, and perfection. I have also been to Aldi. I haven't done a full shop. I've just got sort of what I need for the next few days, and then I'll do another shop probably Wednesday or Thursday. But it's just the basics. I've got my proteins, got my chicken, my beef, veg, sourdough, almond milk, Cocoa Pops, fruit. Well, not fruit, I've got bananas, some seasonings, and yeah, that's... Face tracker got a bit lost then. Yeah, just the basics, my proteins. Didn't need any carbs. I've got rice, I've got potatoes. And it came to a sum of £40, which is a lot cheaper than when I do my full shop. It's usually like £75 I spend a week. So yeah, a little bit lighter on the bank account and keeps me going for a good few days. So I'm going to put this shopping away, and I'm going to probably go and jump in the shower and get myself a bit more relaxed, and then I will come back in and make meal free, which I will show you guys very soon. Out of the shower, feeling fresh and ready for some food. I do need to make some food, but first I'm going to fill up my pill caddy for the week so I can show you what my daily supplement stack is. I've just realised how absolutely terrible I look. Absolutely look like a zombie. I feel like a zombie, but we're just going to crack on. Obviously, smoked paprika and Costa coffee are not, well, I suppose you could say they are part of my daily supplement stack. But yeah, this is my supplement cupboard, minus a few bits that are on the kitchen table behind me, but I don't need any of them for this. So I'm going to start with my morning sups, which consist of, where do we start first? Omega Pharma Pro. I take 6,000 milligrams per day, which is 6 capsules. I do split these up, 3,000 AM, 3,000 PM. Obviously, as I've mentioned before, all of my sups are Trained by JP. I have obviously used other supplement brands, and I probably will in the future, but at the moment, Trained by JP is just what works for me. Obviously not endorsed by his brand or whatsoever. All of his supplements I do pay for out of my own pocket, as much as I'd love to be a sponsored athlete or an affiliate, which, fingers crossed, happens somewhere down the line. For now, yeah, I buy these because I believe they work and they do what I want them to do. Next is classic staple, vitamin C, especially living in this country and the limited sunshine we do have on a daily basis, besides the 3 days of summer we get per year. Taking supplements like vitamin C and vitamin D3 and K2 are essential to give us vitamins and minerals that our lovely British weather does not give us. And people might say these supplements don't work or they haven't worked for them, whatever. Either, well, you've probably bought the supplements off a brand that doesn't actually give you what it says it should be. Also, I almost forgot curcumin, which is a curcumin supplement. And to be fair, the only supplement that isn't Trained by JP, just because I bought these off Amazon, and like I just said, this is a brand I have used before, Nutravita. When I bought these, I've literally had this pot of multivitamins for like 6 months now, and it just doesn't seem to run out. But as soon as it does, I will be going for Trained by JP for one, which is his version of multivitamins. But for the time being, I'm not going to waste money and not use them, so keep them in. For some reason, I feel like I'm missing something here, but I don't think I am. But yeah, that's my morning supplements. Supplements I take through the day. On a rest day, I'll take these AM 6 capsules of peak hydration, because obviously first thing in the morning, hydration is key to starting the day. On a training day, I will take 6 capsules before training, but I don't put them in my pill caddy, I just take them out the bottle. Around meals, I'll take Digest Pharma Pro, which is a digestive enzyme. I only take that with my pre and post workout meals. And Ensure, which is a GDA berberine based glucose disposal agent. I don't know why that was such a tongue twister. And I take that with every meal that has carbs in. 1 capsule per 50 grams of carbs. So for all 4 of my meals, I have 3 caps, and my meal 3, which I'm about to have, I only have 2 because it's just 2 slices of sourdough bread. It's not massively carb heavy. I take them obviously with meals throughout the day. Yeah, nighttime supplements, which another one I take through the day. I take Unwind, which is ashwagandha, magnesium, L-theanine, L-taurine. I take that on a training day just after I get back from the gym, and on a rest day, I'll just take it like mid-afternoon. I was taking 4 capsules of that, but I've dropped it down to 2, as I also take Dream Sleep, 4 capsules just before going to bed, because this also has ashwagandha in it. 5-HTP, zinc, vitamin B6, obviously ashwagandha, magnesium, valerian root, and L-tryptophan. I was taking 4 capsules of this and Unwind, which equals out to 1,200 milligrams of ashwagandha. Until I did a bit of research, I genuinely thought sort of having a higher dose for better, as it is an anxiety relief, among a lot of other things. But that was one of the main reasons I'd take it, because in the past, well, for most of my life, I've been quite an anxious person, and taking ashwagandha didn't get rid of it. I've done that through my own sort of mindset practices and whatever else, but it definitely helped. But then when I started taking these two together, I was finding when I was in bed, sometimes my heart start racing and I get these, not like anxiety attacks, but I was feeling very anxious, which was actually messing with my sleep. And then I read that taking too much ashwagandha can have the opposite effect of what it's supposed to do and induce anxiety more. So I've dropped down to, well, I've kept 4 caps of dream sleep, but 2 caps of unwind. So that drops me down to 800 milligrams of ashwagandha a day. And I think I've hit the sweet spot because it's absolutely perfect for me. So yeah, nighttime subs is just 4 caps dream sleep, another 3 caps of Omega Pharma Pro fish oils. But yeah, that is what my pill caddy looks like for the entire week. And supplements on top of that, I will show you. Currently, Performance Whey by Trained by JP, just vanilla flavour. I get paid tomorrow. I will be ordering some more exciting flavours. I feel like I have tried every single one of the flavours, and this was the only one I hadn't tried, so I thought I'd try it. And I mean, it's not the best, but it is what it is. Obviously, creatine, 10 grams of that per day. Glutamine, which is also 10 grams of that per day. I am contemplating experimenting with creatine and upping it to 20 grams per day. Obviously, Jordan Peters, whose brand this is, he's a big advocate for the effects that creatine has on the brain. I'm going to try that by splitting it 10 grams AM, 10 grams PM, trial it for a couple of weeks, see if I feel any less brain foggy, and I will probably report back in a later YouTube video if anything does change. Obviously, intra-workout shake is 10 grams of EAAs, 10 grams of Join In, which is a joint protection matrix. I've got another tub of creatine in there. Pre-workout, do not fucking miss, by Trained by JP, obviously. I only have half a scoop of this on my push days, and as always on a leg day like today, I have 2 scoops of that, with 1 scoop of pumpage. On upper days, obviously half a scoop of that and 2 scoops of this, because having too much caffeine does actually mess with your pumps. And obviously through the week I train after work, and by the time I get to the gym, I'll have already had, well, my flask of coffee that I take, a couple of coffees in the morning, and I have hit my caffeine, I wouldn't say tolerance, my limit for the day of what I'd want to consume, so that I can still have a great performance in the gym, but also get that sick pump that we all chase. I think that pretty much wraps up my supplement stack. Been rambling on for about 12 minutes. I hope all that made sense. As usual, on a leg day, it does get to this time of the day and my brain starts powering down. It's almost like it knows it's Sunday and I just need to give up on the day and chill out. But I'm going to make meal free now. I'm not going to film myself cooking it because I feel like I've been just filming enough, and I genuinely do just want to sit down and eat now. But I will show you the meal and what it consists of, and I will catch you in 10 to 15 minutes. So here we are, meal free. 2 eggs, 100 grams of chicken turned into an omelette, 100 grams of sourdough bread, some chili jam on, well, obviously toasted, and chili jam on top. I've got my digestive enzyme and my GDA in there, which I'm about to have, watching Bro Chat, last week's episode. And yeah, I'm gonna get stuck into this meal, chill out for a little bit. I can't remember if I mentioned in my last video, on Netflix I've been watching a TV show called Dark, German TV show. all sorts of mysterious shit going on. I'm absolutely hooked. I think I'm on episode 2 of season 2. So yeah, I'm going to watch an episode of that. And just chill out because it's been a bit non-stop since waking up this morning. And my legs are very sore, obviously, from this morning's session. So yeah, I'm going to chill out for a bit. Go and get a couple of hours, well, get an hour or so studying done. And then I'll be back for meal 4. Well, we have made it to meal 5, which is 200 grams of 5% lean beef, which I just season with smoked paprika, salt, pepper, chili flakes, and a bit of garlic powder. Turn it into a patty. I've got 400 grams of white potato, skin on, made into chips. Also air fried. That goes with 75 grams of green beans. I'm also prepping meal 5, which is 75 grams of oats, which I have with frozen blueberries, dark chocolate, and I do 50 grams of Trained by JP whey made into a whey paste. I've also cooked off my rice. I'm gonna cook meal 4 now, which is my beef and potatoes. I'm gonna have that when it's cooked in about 25 minutes. My oats I will cook now, put into the freezer for an hour. I will top the whey drip once it's come out of the freezer, put it back in the freezer for maybe half an hour. And if I'm not ready for it by that point, I just put it in the fridge until I'm ready for it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap the vlog up here, guys, as it's about 6 p.m. now. I am getting quite tired. And on a Sunday, I do go to bed at about 8 o'clock. Because obviously, I'm back at work tomorrow. And it's time for me to sit back, unwind, watch a bit of Netflix, finish my meals, and just relax. Obviously, I wanted to document my meals a little bit more, well, my last 2 meals more than I have. Obviously, the only other thing I add to these meals is salt. I'll have about 2 grams of pink salt on each, which is obviously I just buy from Aldi. I do usually buy a kilo bag off Amazon. I just haven't recently, and it's only 99p from Aldi, so that does the job. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you are still watching, comment apple cider vinegar. But yeah, please like, subscribe, share the video if you have enjoyed watching. As I stated in my last video, I am planning to do 1 vlog a week. I am also going to start making more short form content, which will be coming through the week just to keep myself consistent with content. Got some ideas of videos of what to do and post, little educational ones, little motivational ones, stuff like that. But yeah, it's time for me to go chill out. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you next week.